This is going to be an interesting one for those who love history and its connection to the Bible. Today we will be tracing an interesting race down from the Bible to modern times. This topic will surely broaden your perspective on biblical civilizations, their ancestry, and cultural heritage. The race is the Iranians, or the land of Iran. This land has been home to different peoples and empires, from the Elamites and Medes to the mighty Persian Empire. Their history is truly an interesting one, so for us to move into full details, kindly give this video a like and hit the subscribe button to show some love. Now, into full details. The historical roots of Iran date back to ancient times, with the Elamite civilization emerging as one of the earliest known cultures in the region around 2700 BCE. The Elamites inhabited the southwestern part of present-day Iran, with Susa as a prominent city and administrative center. Known for their advanced irrigation systems and distinctive art forms, the Elamites engaged in trade with neighboring Mesopotamian societies, leaving behind rich archaeological remains that reflect their cultural achievements. Following the decline of the Elamites, the Medes rose to power in the 7th century BCE, establishing the Median Empire, which encompassed much of what is now Iran. The Medes played a crucial role in the region's history, laying the groundwork for the subsequent rise of the Persian Empire. It was under Cyrus the Great, a Persian ruler, that the Achaemenid Empire achieved prominence in the 6th century BCE. Cyrus's conquest of Babylon in 539 BCE signified a turning point in history and had profound implications for the biblical narrative. The Persian Empire, spanning vast territories from Anatolia, modern-day Turkey, to the Indus River in the Indian subcontinent, became a dominant force in the ancient world. This expansive empire, known for its administrative efficiency and cultural diversity, interacted with various civilizations, including those shown in the Hebrew Bible. The Bible frequently mentions Persia in the context of key historical events, such as the liberation of the Jews from Babylonian captivity under Cyrus the Great. One of the significant moments connecting Bible stories with Iranian history is the decree issued by Cyrus allowing the Jewish exiles to return to Jerusalem and rebuild their temple. This act of religious tolerance and imperial policy left a lasting impression on biblical literature, shaping the portrayal of Cyrus as a righteous ruler and a liberator in the eyes of the Jewish people. Moreover, the Persian Empire's impact on biblical history extends beyond political interactions. The Book of Esther, set during the reign of Xerxes III Ahasuerus, shows light on Persian court schemes and the challenges faced by the Jewish diaspora in a foreign land. The inclusion of Persian customs and terminology in the biblical narrative reflects the cultural exchange between the Israelites and their Persian overlords. The Bible contains significant references to Iran, primarily referred to as Persia in biblical texts, reflecting the dominance of the Achaemenid Empire during the late 6th century BCE. One of the most renowned Persian figures depicted in the Bible is Cyrus the Great, whose reign marks an important moment in biblical history. In the book of Isaiah chapter 45 verse 1, Cyrus is prophetically mentioned by name as the anointed of the Lord, tasked with subduing nations and allowing the Jews to return to Jerusalem and rebuild their temple. This decree by Cyrus is also recorded in the book of Ezra chapter 1 verse 1 to 4, showing his favorable disposition toward the Jewish exiles. The book of Daniel provides further insights into the interactions between biblical figures and Persian rulers. Daniel served in the courts of various Persian kings, including Darius the Mede and Xerxes I, also called Ahasuerus. The prophecies and visions recorded in Daniel highlight the political and spiritual dynamics of the Persian Empire, emphasizing the role of Persian rulers in the divine plan for Israel and the nations. Moreover, the Persian context infiltrates other biblical books, shaping the historical backdrop of ancient Israel. The reigns of Persian kings such as Darius and Xerxes are integral to the narratives of Ezra, Nehemiah, and Esther. For instance, the Book of Esther provides a clear sample of Persian court life during the reign of Xerxes I, also known as Ahasuerus, and narrates the deliverance of the Jewish people from a genocidal plot orchestrated by Haman, a Persian official. The biblical depiction of Persia extends beyond historical accounts to include prophetic visions concerning future events. The book of Ezekiel contains a prophecy against Gog of the land of Magog, which some scholars associate with a future conflict involving a coalition of nations, including Persia, modern-day Iran. This prophetic imagery underscores the enduring legacy of Persia in biblical eschatology. Furthermore, the biblical narrative underscores the geopolitical significance of Persia in shaping the destiny of Israel and its neighboring regions. The interactions between Persian rulers and the Jewish community in Babylon and Judea demonstrate the complex interplay of political alliances, religious tolerance, and divine providence depicted in biblical texts. The biblical references to Iran reveal the multifaceted relationship between ancient Israel and one of the most influential empires of old. From the benevolent decrees of Cyrus the Great to the intrigues of Persian court life depicted in Esther, the biblical narratives offer a nuanced perspective on the historical and theological implications of Persian dominance in the ancient Near East. According to the Bible, human ancestry begins with Noah's sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. In Genesis 10, commonly referred to as the Table of Nations, the descendants of these sons are enumerated, giving insights into the diverse peoples and nations that emerged in the ancient world. Japheth, one of Noah's sons, is listed with his descendants, including Madai, Medes, among others. Madai, identified as the progenitor of the Medes in biblical genealogies, holds particular significance in tracing the ancestral lineage of the Iranian people. The Medes, who played an important role in the history of ancient Iran, are associated with the biblical narrative of human dispersal and nation-building following the Tower of Babel incident. The scattering of nations depicted in Genesis 11 serves as a crucial backdrop for understanding the biblical narrative of ethnic and cultural diversity. According to the biblical account, humanity once spoke a single language and inhabited a unified world until they attempted to build the Tower of Babel as a symbol of human pride and rebellion against God. In response, God confounded their language and scattered them across the earth, leading to the formation of distinct nations and languages. The dispersal of peoples following the Tower of Babel incident aligns with the biblical narrative of the descendants of Japheth, including Madai, migrating to different regions and establishing their respective cultures and territories. The Medes, as descendants of Madai, settled in the region of Media, northwestern Iran, contributing to the ethnic mosaic of ancient Iran. Furthermore, biblical genealogies and narratives reflect the interconnectedness of ancient civilizations and the enduring legacy of ancestral lineages. The mention of Madai and the Medes in the Table of Nations shows the biblical author's awareness of the diverse peoples inhabiting the Near East, including those whose descendants would shape the history and identity of Iran. A fascinating aspect of the Persian influence and cultural practices in the Bible is seen in one notable example, the Book of Esther, which is set in the Persian Empire during the reign of King Xerxes I, Ahasuerus. This story provides a vivid portrayal of Persian court life, including royal banquets, decrees, and intrigues, while also exploring themes of identity, loyalty, and divine providence. The story of Esther, a Jewish queen who intercedes to save her people from a genocidal plot orchestrated by Haman, a Persian official. This story shows the complex interplay between Persian and Jewish identities within the biblical narrative. Persian court etiquette and royal decrees, as depicted in the Book of Esther, reflect the cultural lifestyle of the Achaemenid Empire. The elaborate ceremonies and protocols surrounding the Persian court are woven into the narrative, emphasizing the opulence and power of the Persian rulers. The concept of divine favor bestowed upon rulers, exemplified by King Xerxes sparing Queen Esther and ultimately thwarting Haman's scheme, echoes Persian notions of kingship and divine providence, which were central to Zoroastrian beliefs. Moreover, the imagery of light and darkness, prevalent in Persian religious thought influenced by Zoroastrianism, resonates in biblical passages. In Zoroastrianism, light symbolizes truth, goodness, and the divine, while darkness represents falsehood, evil, and chaos. This dualistic worldview is reflected in biblical texts, such as Isaiah chapter 9 verse 2, which speaks of, "The people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. The motif of light overcoming darkness in the biblical narrative may have been influenced by Persian cosmological concepts, underscoring the cultural exchange between ancient Iran and the biblical world. One key source for exploring Persian history and culture is Herodotus, the Greek historian often referred to as the father of history. In his monumental work, The Histories, Herodotus provides detailed accounts of Persian customs, traditions, and historical events, offering complementary perspectives to biblical narratives. For example, Herodotus describes the Persian Empire's administrative structure, military campaigns, and royal court rituals, shedding light on the socio-political landscape that influenced biblical interactions with Persian rulers such as Cyrus the Great and Xerxes. Additionally, archaeological discoveries such as the Persepolis tablets offer tangible evidence of administrative practices and daily life in the Persian Empire. These clay tablets, discovered at the ancient site of Persepolis, the ceremonial capital of the Achaemenid Empire, contain administrative records, correspondence, and royal decrees written in cuneiform script. The content of these tablets corroborates biblical depictions of Persian governance and provides valuable insights into the economic, social, and cultural dynamics of ancient Iran. The evolution of the name Persian into Iran reflects a significant shift in historical knowledge and national identity over time. Originally, Persia referred to the region and civilization of the Persian people, notably under the Achaemenid Empire and subsequent dynasties. The term gained widespread use in Western sources through Greek and Roman historians, who depicted the powerful Persian Empire of old. In the early 20th century, under the leadership of Reza Shah Pahlavi, the country's official name was changed to Iran to emphasize its ancient Aryan, Indo-Iranian heritage and assert a distinct national identity. This change marked a deliberate effort to move away from Western-centric associations with Persia and embrace a broader sense of Iranian culture and history. The adoption of Iran reflected broader geopolitical and nationalist aspirations, shaping how the country was perceived both domestically and internationally. I'm sure you enjoyed this video and found it informative. Kindly like and subscribe to this channel and stay tuned to our next video. God bless you.